morning, my dear brother and sister. May the Lord give you peace. Today is the 7th of December, and we are in the second week of the season of Advent. Today, the church also keeps the memory of St. Ambrose, Bishop. Dear friends, today's two readings are speaking to us about Jesus, our shepherd, who is entrusted and who is come to search for us. In the first reading from the book of Prophet Isaiah, we see Prophet Isaiah prophesies about the shepherd, in other words, the Messiah who will come to save the people of Israel. And he describes the Messiah as a shepherd who is entrusted and who never gives up on them. And the same idea is connected in the gospel today. We see Jesus speaks the beautiful parable of the shepherd leaving the 99 sheep and going in search of the one sheep. My dear friends, we are called to remember that when the sheep goes astray, the duty of a good shepherd is to go in search of that strayed sheep. Likewise, when the sheep, the world, and God's children were going astray, God sent the divine shepherd in the form of Jesus to save us. And this divine shepherd came and laid down his life for us. That's what we see in Luke 19 verse 10. St. Luke tells us the Son of Man came to seek and find the one who is being lost. And this is the first quality of a shepherd, to go in search of the least, lost, and last of society. In John 10 verse 11 we read, Jesus says, I am that good shepherd. John 10:10 he says, I came that you may have life. A shepherd gives life for his sheep. He sacrifices his own security to guard the sheep. And that's what Jesus did. He sacrificed his own life to guard us from sin and from destruction. Isaiah 40 verse 11 speaks to us, the first reading of today, about the qualities of the shepherd. The shepherd will carry them, the lost sheep, on his shoulders. He will lead them to pastures. And that's what Jesus again speaks in the gospel. That sheep which was lost, after finding it, the shepherd comes back with joy. And that one sheep which is on the shoulder of Jesus is you and me. We have lost our way. We have strayed our way. We have gone away. But God came in search of us. That's what we see in Matthew 1:21. God came to save his people. For what? 1 Timothy 1:15 says, we were in sin, we were sinners, and God came to die for us. And God, who became human, became a servant for us. That's what we read in Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. There is nothing I shall want. Even if I walk through the valleys of darkness, through the valleys of despair, through the valleys of problems and destructions, He is with me, holding His staff to guide me. Though, my dear friends, we are walking in darkness, especially as we are swimming across the current of COVID-19 and now Omicron, still we have the shepherd who is before us, who is behind us, who is beside us, and who is above us, protecting us. He is like the eagle, lifting us and raising us to great heights. Today you and me are called to look at that shepherd, the great shepherd who came to give his life for us. John 3:16, he laid down his life for us so that we might be saved. Today, as husbands and wives, as brothers and sisters, as religious priests and religious sisters, you and me are called to be shepherds in our own families, in our own communities, and in our own society at large. We are called to go in search of that lost sheep. That's what Pope Francis says. A good shepherd will know the smell of his sheep. And we are called to go to the peripheries to search for that sheep. May Jesus, our good shepherd, help us in this endeavor. And today also the Holy Mother Church keeps the memory of St. Ambrose, Bishop and Doctor of the Church. St. Ambrose was a good shepherd who has given a beautiful asset jewel to the church in the person of St. Augustine. It was his preaching which changed the life of St. Augustine. And let us seek his intercession that we may become shepherds after the heart of Jesus. Now let us remember in 1 Timothy 2:4 says, God our Savior desires all to be saved. May God bless us. Stay safe, stay home.